Hello Team S&G and welcome to this week's update. Here we are the first week in August and as my man Stevie Harvey would say on Family Feud, we got a good one going today. So hey, let's dive right into it. First thing we want to talk about is the S&G transfer truck. As you know, the transfer truck runs every Thursday. The problem we're having is people are trying to squeeze things in and they're actually trying to do transfers on Thursday. As I've mentioned before, as I've sent out emails, the cutoff time is 3 o'clock on Wednesday. Okay, somebody comes in Thursday morning and wants to get something on the transfer truck, it's not going to happen. It's going to be on the following Thursday. They come in Wednesday night at 6 o'clock. It's going to be on the following Thursday, as in 2 Thursdays, so a full 8 days later. You know, trying to squeeze things in only sets us up for failure. You know, things aren't making the transfer truck and people are upset because they, you know, like you promised them that it was going to be there and it's not showing up. So again, just as a reminder, everything after 3 o'clock goes 8 days later. Okay? Along with that, we had talked about putting holds on material and holds on installation. We don't do that either. Okay? People that have money down, people that have given us deposits, they can be put on the schedule if the material's here. People that have given us money to hold material, it's no longer a hold, it's an order. But in general, we just do not put holds on the installation schedule or material. And another thing that we don't do is we don't specify the installers. Okay? All our installers are good. We don't say, hey, it's going to be Steve out there or Joe or whatever, because that doesn't give us the flexibility to move the schedule around. Okay? So, those are a few things there. We've talked about over the last few weeks how we refer to our installers. That all the installers we use are S&G certified. That means they've gone through some training with Craig and Steve, but more importantly it means that you're going to have a lifetime installation warranty. And if anything ever goes wrong, you call us here at S&G, we send out a guy to take care of it and fix it. So really simple for the customer to understand. It's absolutely 100% true, and you know, it just simplifies the whole verbiage or terminology, and it gets everybody on a unified and a simplified course. Okay, so please practice that. I'm going to be coming around to the stores and quizzing everybody to make sure that you're getting that down and it's part of your repertoire. Okay, what else do we have going today? I wanted to talk about sample checkouts, okay, and getting our samples back. Now, we are one of the few companies that let people take samples home, okay, and there's basically 4 reasons why we let customers take samples home, maybe 5 really. One, obviously, to make sure that it looks right in the home and all that stuff. Another one is, well, let me rephrase that. There's 4 basic reasons why we need to get the samples back. There's a bunch of reasons why we let them take them home, but 4 main reasons why we have to get the samples back. Okay, and why we have to tell the customers that they have to return them. One is that they're hard to get. Obviously, you know, we only get so many samples from the manufacturers. When we lose them, they're really difficult to replace them. 2 is that they're expensive. Samples cost a ton of money for us every year. Okay? The 3rd reason, it gives you a chance to talk to the customer when they bring them back. How did the samples work for you? Where are you at? What did you see? You know, are you still interested? Did we already install the floor? Did you place the order? You know, you can hit them with a million different questions. That opens up that whole the whole process of selling. Okay, and then the 4th biggest reason is when a customer comes back into the store, not only do you get a chance to talk to them, but they get a chance to look at everything else that we have available. Okay, so think about this scenario. Customer, we were the first place they came into. They took samples, took them home, looked at them, went to another floor covering store. And the guy says, hey, you know what, carpet's not right for you. You have too much traffic. You should be looking at luxury vinyl plank. They may not have even thought that we carried it. But if they bring the samples back into the store, you get a chance, or they get a chance to see what we have. They get a chance to ask you if we carry it. It's only a plus when they bring the samples back in. Like I say, plus they're hard to get and they're expensive. So when you're checking out samples, it is really, really important for you to place a high priority. let the customer know how important it is the samples are to you and to S&G, and how important it is that they bring them back. Okay? Now, as I said earlier, we're one of the few companies that let people take samples home. Matter of fact, I think we're the only company that lets people take samples home without a deposit. Okay? Why do we do that? Well, this goes back to the law of reciprocity. And it's really simple. Basically, if I trust you, and I'm saying to the consumer, I'm going to trust you to take our samples home because I know you'll return them. What you're saying to the consumer is, I trust you, therefore, it's a natural response for the consumer to say, if you trust me, then S&G, I trust you. It's a great selling technique. Okay? Have you ever been to a bank and they got their pens, like you're making a deposit, and you're going to deposit like a $500 check, and you sign the back of it and you hand it to it. The pen that you use, it's all chained down and everything. And I've often thought to them, I'm trusting you with my $500, but you won't trust me with a 39-cent pen. You have to chain it down. Well, those are banks, and most people don't care for banks because of that reason. There's a lack of trust. With S&G, it's all about trust. I'm going to trust you, the consumer, to take home the samples, to look at them, live with them for a while, but I'm also going to trust you to bring them back. Therefore, the consumer is going to say, boy, if S&G trusts me, I can trust them. They're a trustworthy company. Okay? It's called the law of reciprocity. If you use the sample checkout the way it's intended, and you do it right, and you place a high priority, you tell them how important the samples are to you, how expensive they are, how we need to get them back. You tell them those things, and you say, but I'm going to let you take them home because I want you to be totally happy with your selection. I want you to look at it at home under your lighting and your surroundings against your furniture. Boy, that tells the customer it's like they are really special. They're really important. Okay? So it's all about romancing that whole sample checkout process, which you could probably all stand to improve a little bit on. So think about it, role play it, practice it, but we need to get our samples back. We need to get the customer coming back into the store to give you another opportunity to close them and to sell them. Okay? Really simple. So practice on that if you would, please. I think it'll really make a difference to you in your sales. Okay? What else? Oh, naturally, the first week in August, that means we have to recognize the top riders from last month, from July. And July was a very good month for us. All the stores popped off. I should say 5 of the 6 of the stores went off and did really well. So let's recognize the top riders in each one of the locations. In Pleasanton, we almost had a tie. We had 2 people write 93,000 plus. Okay, we had Bill, who was 93,000 and a couple hundred, and then we had Miss Amy. Amy did 93,000 and a few hundred more than Bill. So Amy was the top rider in Pleasanton. Congratulations, Amy. I know this was your first time leading the whole pack in Pleasanton, and you haven't been there that long. So 93,000 is awesome. I'm sure it'll be, in the next month or two, you'll be hitting that $100,000 mark, and we'll all be real excited for you. In Elmadon, Miss Gabriella, 96,000. Gabby, you're right around that 100,000 mark. It seems like every month, just a few thousand over or a couple thousand short. But great job again. Keep up the hard work. In Rockland, we had a first-time person, Miss Tammy. Tammy was the first time she had written 100,000. Actually, she went for 101. So she jumped over that bar by a little bit. But congratulations, Tammy. Really nice to have you in the $100,000 club. Elk Grove. Dino led the way in Elk Grove with sales over 113,000, and I almost sound like a broken record, kind of like when I say Dino broke 100,000 again. And he seems like he does it so regularly, but good job, Dino. Way to go. And then the next 2 riders, one out of Rancho, one out of Santa Clara, had absolutely phenomenal months. And we're going to start in Rancho with Christina. Christina had sales over $133,000. Okay, which is just a huge, huge month, obviously. But we want to know it's really amazing, really incredible. Not only did she have one of the top sales, written sales for the month, she also had one of the top margins for the month. So believe it or not, she sold a ton of business, all without breaking the price very often at all. So Christina, just a phenomenal, just awesome month. So congratulations, way to go. But the top dog for July came out of the Santa Clara store. John Agorzat sales 143,000 plus. So 143K in 1 month, John. Just great job. And actually that sets the new high water mark. That's the new benchmark. That's the top written number for 2013. He broke Bill Spergassi's record of 124, which actually Christina did too. But Johnny set the new record for 2013. That new record is $143,000 written sales in 1 month. So guys, I'm out of time, but thanks for listening. I appreciate you checking in. One more thing before I leave. Viewership on the videos has dropped a little bit. I'm not getting as many hits as I used to, so encourage your other teammates to check in and watch. And in fact, the first 3 people that watch the video, and you can text me, you can email me, you can call me and say, Jim, I watched the video this first week in August. You get a $10 Subway gift card. So we need to get more people watching the video so that we're all on the same page. Okay? Hey guys, thanks for watching. I'll be around to the stores. If there's anything I can ever help you with, just give me a call, grab me, or whatever. Okay? Take care, happy sales, and let's make August another great month. Take care. Bye-bye.